Good morning. Thanks for joining us for today's Ag Report. Well, a federal judge in Minnesota has ruled that cow-calf producers don't have standing in a class action lawsuit to sue the nation's largest packers over price-fixing allegations. A handful of producers sought class action status for all cattle producers, arguing packers conspired in 2015 to use their purchasing power to limit fed cattle purchases and bring down prices. In his ruling, the judge said the producers don't have standing because they were not directly impacted by the downturn in fed cattle prices. The case does continue, though, as retailers, fast food restaurants, and wholesale buyers have similar price-fixing claims against the packers. Well, USDA is funding a project to tag and track wild pigs in Canada. With recent sightings less than 50 miles from the border, there is concern that these large, destructive hogs will migrate south. Currently, officials in Montana say there are no wild hogs present and they want to keep it that way. Dr. Brian Book with the University of Saskatchewan is heading up the project. He believes the best way to eradicate the roaming herds is with large portable panel traps so that groups of hogs can be caught during the night.
There has been work to set up these large panel traps and capture entire groups at once. Most of the provinces that have pigs in Canada have been doing that, but they're so smart, hunter success is really low. They find a group of pigs, say they shoot 2 or 3 out of a group of 10. Well, the remainder become even more nocturnal. They disperse across the landscape. You can remove animals, but the population doesn't go down.
Thanks for being up with us this morning. We'll see you back here shortly for more ag news and the markets.
I represent a lot of what ranchers' wives are, where they marry into the family. Coming into established ranch, the expectations of that is just absolutely overwhelming. You know, there's always stress with all families, but when you're not dealing with the stress outwardly, it will definitely impact everyone inwardly. You may feel alone, but you're not alone.
Welcome back to the Farm and Ranch News. John Deere is allowing farmers to have some emission control systems on equipment repaired by independent repair shops. The move comes after the company issued a recall of equipment owners' manuals following a warning from the EPA that Deere may have been violating the Clean Air Act. The manuals were updated with a statement clarifying aftermarket support requirements to maintain emissions compliance. The Montana Farmers Union called the move a win in the right to repair debate. Well, cattle futures haven't been able to get much going lately. Heavier carcass weights, the H5N1 virus, and China shutting off exports from one JBS plant have weighed on the market. Cash-fed cattle trade was down $2 to $4 last week, but box beef continues to climb, indicating that beef demand remains solid. A strong market for cow-calf pairs at Montana Livestock Auction. Heifer pairs from $3,025 to $3,350, 3 to 4-year-olds $3,025 up to $3,475, and the older pairs $2,500 to $3,100. At the Pays sheep and goat sales, 60-pound lambs sold from $258 to $267, 70 and 80 pounders $249 to $258, and the used stronger from $80 to $96. And the wheat market has been sliding lower for the past week. Production estimates for wheat in Russia, Ukraine, and Europe continue to be reduced, but traders are expecting an increase in U.S. winter wheat yields to provide an offset. Still, though, we're looking at better prices than what we saw for most of the winter and spring. Well, that's all for today's report. Have a great day.